Ideas for artist block. Draw plants. Practice hands. Sketch people like coffee.
If you normally draw your starfish like this, I'm going to teach you how to get them to the next level. Pick out the color that you want your starfish to be, and then draw regular stars like this, make them round around the edges, and then fill them in. And then off of each point, you're going to extend the arms. Make them longer while keeping the tips round. You want to try to keep the arms the same length on each starfish. Using a gray color going underneath each of them, make a shadow. And make sure all the shadows are coming from the same direction to make them look more realistic. Add more of a shadow or less depending on what look you're going for. Then using a thin pen, go around each of the arms with a tiny scalloped line. Now using a white pen, add 5 dots on the top. Want them to be in line with the point of the arm. Then outline the inner edge of all the arms with white dots. Then connect each dot to the ends of the arms with white dots. And using the same technique, connect the dots on top together to form a pentagon. And let the white dots dry and then go over them with a lighter version of the color of each starfish. And you can add another layer of white dots on top. By doing that, it'll make the spines really pop out. You can leave it like that or you can add some scenery.
If I'm so toxic, then leave, are you still feeling? Cause I thought it was over. Got me thinking my feelings over. You keep doing it over and over. You keep calling me back.
Let's talk about this junk journal. I get so many questions about this guy right here. This is my summer 2024, I guess you could call it more of a scrapbook because I do lean heavier into that style for this one specifically. This is the Artist Loft sketchbook. I believe I got it from Michael's, a little like library checkout card. It says the Miller Summer 2024. And then I do different sort of collages. And obviously it's bigger than like the traditional, more popular Leuchtturm junk journal that's smaller. And I don't have the Leuchtturm, but I do, my other junk journal is that regular size. This is my friend's kid, so I want to cover up this picture, but, oh, I just dropped something. I do sort of a blend of junk journaling and scrapbooking, which, you know what, I could argue they're the exact same thing. Packing list here. This is definitely more of a scrapbook style page. I don't think I have any junk on here. This was like my favorite summer memories, so I just cataloged lists of all of those with pictures that kind of spark those exact same memories, and then just Clyde, his balls stuck in my scrapbooking stuff. I need to glue on this washi tape. Washi tape is the bane of my existence. I can't live with it and I can't live without it. The trip to California, I have done a few videos on this one. I've tried to keep this private for a while because I want to respect their privacy, but I feel like it's been a long enough time now that I can share. I love Stranger Things. As soon as I hopped off the plane at LAX, I literally ran into 2 of my favorite actors and I didn't want to bother them. I don't know how my brain worked this fast. I looked up and I was like, I love your show, I love your work. And then I kind of said it under my breath because I didn't want to cause a scene. You know, they had like a hat on and a hood's up. They were super kind. They said thank you. and I went about my day, and I was really creepy and took like a little video from afar, again, just trying to be very nonchalant about it, and I didn't want to interrupt their day. Here's a golf outing I did with my girlfriends. This is a movie page. This is the popcorn. Oh my god, I'm dropping so much stuff. My dad and I went to see Twisters, and we went to the fair with friends. Pictures and Polaroids. And I know I kept my wristband, and I don't know where it ended up, which is really disappointing. Here we've got a junk dump. Again, another California spread. My cover a couple of these because they are not my kids. It's their team, and I know you can't really see from this far away anyways, but I have been gluing the pages together because obviously it is a hardcover, and the spine is pretty loose, and it does have some stretch, I think, to the binding, but obviously it's not super junk heavy. The larger the pages are, you can spread out your stuff and your junk and your scrap, and it's not so heavy in the middle. I know Michael's has these. I have them linked. There's a few different colors, and depending on how it ends up when I'm finished, I might just continue to use this style for summers versus just my own personal junk journal. I love it. It was super cheap. I think it was like $10 when I got it. It's not expensive, and the paper is great because it's meant for sketching. That's my summer junk journal / scrapbook, and if you have any other questions on this one, let me know.
Phantom Lamborghini.
Because you guys said I went too fast in my last tutorial, here's an easy doodle idea that anyone can draw. First add 2 circles and connect them like this. Then add 2 little arms and a tail. You'll then want to add the 2 legs inside the bottom circle, then begin adding little bits of fur and draw in the paws. Then add in the face guides and draw more fur around the face. For the nose, draw a little triangle and an upside down Y for the mouth. And for the eyes, they kind of look like the shape of a lemon. Then draw a little fish for the cat, and finally draw some stripes. And now you've successfully drawn a cat in a fishbowl.
Do it again. Show your process.
Well, first I draw this head, then I erased some of the more detailed features, and 1, 2, 3, a circle!
How can you miss someone you never met?
What do you think of this cool drawing idea? It's easier than you might expect. Start with 2 ovals that have smiley faces inside. From there, we're just going to draw a few more lines that have an oval on the end. Really quick, draw 1 more oval above it, and then draw an entire hand. To prepare for the last step of this drawing, I put in a plastic sheet. It's only 4 lines to finish up the thumb, 1 arch, 2 dashes, and the nail. Before the final reveal, we'll draw 2 little smiley faces in those ovals from before. Remember how I put a plastic sheet down so I can finish up the coloring? I'm curious.
How to doodle in 23 seconds. First grab your pencil and plan out what you actually want to doodle. For this one, I'm going to be drawing a doodle skull with flowers around it. Then you'll want to start adding filler elements. These can be simple things like flowers, clouds, or even slime. You'll also want to add some bigger and more interesting doodles, which I'm doing by adding large flowers with eyes on them. But essentially, repeat this process until the entire area is filled, and you should end up with something like this.
Sketchbook Ideas PT18. Green Edition. A singing avocado. A frog dance party. A watermelon field. A parrot pirate captain. A happy Lil Lime.
If you're one of those people who always complains about not knowing what to draw, listen up, because I'm going to be teaching you how to never run out of drawing ideas. The first step is to figure out roughly what you want to draw. For example, today I felt like drawing something to do with animals, so I made a mind map and landed at the idea of a tiger. Then, instead of trying to draw your ideas straight from your imagination, use apps such as Pinterest to inspire and help you out. So repeat this process of using mind maps and inspiration apps, and you'll never run out of things to draw.
Come with me as I go drawing in Japan's biggest city, Tokyo. So today I decided to bring my sketchbook to one of Tokyo's most popular attractions at Meiji Jingo, which features one of the most beautiful shrines I've gotten to visit during my entire stay here. And as you just saw me get in a comfortable position to sketch, I wanted to give a quick overview as to what and why I decided to draw what I did. For those who don't know, there are many in Japan who practice the Shinto religion, which you can briefly get a glimpse of here. Before coming, I didn't know this or that this location was a sacred space of worship. So as a way of me remembering this experience, I decided to sketch the cool architecture along with people clapping and bowing as they call to prayer. Once I was happy with all the line work, I decided to layer up the drawing by adding hints and hues of watercolor. Now I got really lucky this day because I got to witness a Japanese wedding taking place with people wearing their traditional clothing. And what better way to remember this other than adding a dash of color? Let me know what you think about the sketch, but before that,
simple things to draw when you're bored that will actually make you better at art. Number 1. This ball. It may be cliche, but it helps you learn cast shadows versus form shadows, lighting from different angles, line weight, blending, different shading techniques, perspective, and if you get 7 of them, it summons Shenron. 2. Stick figures. Yes, really. They help with thumbnailing, dynamic poses, scene composition, and they're super easy, so they won't give you any grief. Yare yare daze, am I right? 3. Skulls. A little more complicated, but this helps with practicing facial construction without worrying about expressions, helps visualize a complex object in space, and also teaches you how to draw sans undertale or papyrus. This video is a little different from my normal style. If you liked it, comment, give it a like, and if I see you guys want more of these, I'll do a video on simple anime things to draw when you're bored. And if you're still here, thank you so much for watching.
Easy things to draw when you're bored. Part 4.
This is it. This is the ultimate gouache sketchbook. It is the best I have ever used. It's this one, Arch's Travel Watercolor Journal. I can't believe I finished it. I'm distraught. I'm heartbroken. I had so much trouble learning gouache. It was really, really challenging for me. But I think a lot of my problem was that I just couldn't find the right media to paint on. It has been 2 years of me painting with gouache, and this is the first time that I feel like I got it. There are so many things I really love about this paper, but I think the main thing for me was being able to really water my gouache down, get it to a watercolor-like consistency, and have the paper sort of respond to it in the way that I expect. And then also at the same time, be able to handle multiple washes as I build up the opacity over time so that I can get both versions of gouache, right? Like in all of the sort of in-between textures that you want to be able to achieve with this medium. And you can paint on both sides. Like you can really get the most out of every single page. I really feel like I've tried everything. And at this point, I'm like, this is it. I really, really enjoy using this like incredibly different kind of paint that I've never been able to use before. And it's, I think, because of this sketchbook.
No, I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up. I don't ever slow up. No, I don't take shit. I got no love for the fakeness. If you wanna play tough and wanna hate this, I'll always show up and make
Hey y'all, we have been working on these 3D landscapes this quarter. We've been sketching, but the last 2 days we did the value lesson. We use regular pencils and ebony pencils for this, and then I do finally have a resource available for you all. I will post it on my Teachers Pay Teachers. The way that I grade these, I'm looking for the deepest values to the lightest values represented. So we do a step-by-step in my class. I think I should make a video too to go along with it, just so my students can refer to that as they work as well. But I'm looking to make sure that they don't have harsh lines, that some of the lines are more like shadows and kind of dissipate. But overall, I'm really, really pleased with how these are turning out. Very, very impressive work for 8th graders. We talk about how this is one of the most challenging things that artists learn to do. Did I just show that one, I think?
Hey, we got the accent challenge. Shout with me today. Promo 10. Alright, number 1, we got Beanie. Number 2, we got Heat. Number 3, we got It. Number 4, we got Beat. Number 5, we got And number 6, we got Cheat.
If I had one piece of advice for new art teachers, it would be to be ready to pivot to meet the needs of your students. Right now I'm teaching a Painting 101 class for ages 6 to 8, a class I've taught a million times before, but I have multiple students who are really struggling with confidence in their drawing skills, to the point where they would start a drawing, decide that they made a mistake, and then refuse to continue the painting for the rest of class. The last 2 sessions, I have had tears from multiple students. So my usual projects just weren't working, and so I needed to pivot. For today's project, it was all about building that confidence. So I decided to do something a little controversial and start the class with tracing. A lot of people see tracing as cheating, but actually tracing is a tool utilized by many professional artists, and it's something that has been used since the invention of the camera obscura. But I still wanted them to be building on skills, so I taught them how to transfer an image using oil pastel, basically creating a version of their own carbon paper. So they were able to use that to trace their orca, transfer that onto the paper, and then I had them use drawing to add environments and backgrounds. This gave them confidence because the focal point was proportionally correct, and it allowed them to have a lot more freedom with creating other things in the water. And this is a painting class, it's not a drawing class, so I didn't want them to be spending so much time stressing out about having correct drawings. We're supposed to be focusing on painting, on the materiality of paint, how to control paint, which is also something that we needed to build confidence on. So I decided the best way to do that would be to introduce a new material. So for today, we used watercolor pencils. Watercolor pencils are great because it's a material that students don't have access to all the time. A lot of students don't know they exist. And they provide an extra level of control over the color. So they're applied like regular colored pencils, but then when you add water, they become paint. And I could show them brush techniques to go really small in little tiny circles to help control the paint and mix the colors together without having everything bleed together, which, since we've been using watercolors the past couple classes, was also something that has been frustrating for them. The energy today after this project was so much better because no one was too frustrated to continue. If students get too frustrated in their head, they're not enjoying the art making process, they're actually not going to learn. So today felt like a really great day where we were able to get back on track.
Anything else is like going to the store, taking the disc and walking out the door. It's called thieving, stealing, taking what not yours. That's thieving, stealing, taking what not yours, taking what not yours, taking what not yours. That's
Guys, I put on the shades and see through the lies. Light is on the way, we'll be having a fun time. It's such a lovely day, we should pocket the sunshine and never give it back. Even if there's a heat wave, whatever is the tack, it will just be a close shave. I know that every bomb has a silver lining. I know it won't be long until everything works out nice in the end. With someone married or moon, it'll be fine. Why don't we sit back and mellow?
I'm just feeling really down these days, and I don't know why. Have you exercised today? No. Did you go outside? No. Did you talk to anyone? No. Did you eat well?
No.
Did you limit your scrolling time?
No.
Did you make any plans?
No.
Did you drink enough water?
No.
Did you get enough sleep?
No.
Wait, yes. Yes to that one.
Yeah.
Here's how we create our 5th grade pop art posters. We start out by watching this cool video about pop art from the AOEU Flex curriculum. Then we brainstorm different iconic pop art imagery from several different decades. Then students choose an item from the list or something they came up with on their own and create a line drawing of that image or object. Once that drawing has been traced in Sharpie, I make several copies onto cardstock. Back in class, students choose their own materials to add bright and vibrant colors to their pop culture images. Students will also add colors into their negative space. And to finish these works of pop art, students will arrange their colored copies onto 12 by 18 construction paper. And we reflect on how pop artists use repetition to create emphasis.
So I'm working on my art project, my final art project for my class, and one of the notes that I got from my professor was that there's too much white space because I literally don't know what to put here. So I just have to figure that out. And his idea was that I cut it and I just make the piece like the stuff that's filled in. But I don't want to cut it and then like I can't go back. So I'm gonna have to make a decision within like the next hour and then do that because I have to turn it in today. So yeah. Also, I'm actually gonna tweak out because there's not supposed to be yellow there, but whatever.
This is everything I use to sketch. First are the Lamali Paris notebooks. They're super thick and made out of recycled cotton rag, so the paper texture is amazing. Next is the A5 Midori journal. I love that there's space for a date and a bookmark. The medium Pentel brush pen is perfect for achieving a wide range of strokes and is super easy to refill. And finally, my go-to will always be my .38 black Muji pen. It's super affordable and comes in tons of colors. I'll have everything I could find on Amazon linked in my bio, and happy sketching.
Dipping in and out in the shadows. By nightfall, all this gets swallowed. But me and Flea is down to do battle. Cause when the sun shines, they got
Take a kiss for you, cause I wanna feel like I'm supposed to.
I was born a painter. I was born fucked. But I was happy in my way. You did not understand what I am. I am love. I am pleasure. I am essence. I am an idiot. I am an alcoholic. I am tenacious. I am. Simply, I am.
Guys?
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 Every man has his techniques, and they're all different. When you know mine, you'll be dead.
I told her time is real, life is real. Inside your head, tell me how it feels. I don't know, dreamy boy. Dress is on to find your prince and all. How you know, you're the one. Let me know, let me know. Let me know.
God damn. Man, look.
Like a brand new person, the same old mistakes. I care.
Сделаем круг из колонок, мягкий грув. Ты садишься на колени, я касаюсь твоих губ, я беру.
Why this beat so crazy?
Please test your attention span and stay for 30 seconds to help a father of 3. To help this reach as many people who can help, please look for the wireless microphone in the search bar. Comment about all the great products you found, how much you want to buy it, where you can buy it. This will help us help our friend Nader from Gaza. Nader has 3 children, Anwar, Yusuf, and Lena. Where everything happened, he was working as an electrical engineer to provide for his family. Now he's struggling to find them food and safety. Let's help him get a bag of flour for his children. 30 people can contribute 10 to help him find flour. So please spare the price of a snack or a coffee and contribute to Nader. It's highlighted on my link tree.